Hey guys, it's Lesiba Mothupi here, and I'm glad that you guys decided to, watch this video on this specific day because we are going to be speaking about 6 secrets that you can learn as a seven-figure earner. So, like, literally, I went from being like in the negatives to being all over to seven-figure earners. So, I believe that I'm one that has authority to speak about this. So, make sure that you do have a piece of pen and paper, a piece of paper and pen, just so you're able to take down these notes and enjoy this video, guys. Guys, today's video was actually inspired by some of the questions that I got, not only that but also by my younger self, because I came to a point where while I was still like in the negatives, you guys know my story. I don't have to say multiple times, but I was still in the negatives and depths and stuff. It came to my understanding. Like I started researching on what is it that can be done and what are those steps that one can do. I wanted something that can easily be like a plug and play type of thing. And obviously it's not like really the way, because some of things I just had to discover on my own. And not only that, I just had to see that okay, no, I can't get to the specific level without mastering this down. What is that thing that I'm speaking about? Let's say now, for instance, the very first tip that I'm going to be speaking about, or the very first secret, is actually prayer. Before 2017, before I started hustling, focusing too much on my hustle and everything, I wasn't too much closer to God. Now, like I was, yes, I was always going to church and all those things, but I wasn't too close with God because I just didn't have some sort of I don't know, maybe faith, I don't know, something like that. But when I started hustling, I noticed that there's the hustle, the working towards your dreams comes with like a lot of situations that you won't even be able to control on yourself. So obviously you have not yet been through those situations. So in order for you to get ahead, you just need guidance, and you can't get guidance from your mom and dad because they've never also been through that. Like let's say now, if you need 100k to do 100,000 rands to just use this new software that just launched, and that software is going to help your company grow. I can't run off to my mom or dad for that because obviously they haven't got that much money. So I need guidance, I need proper guidance and stuff. And the only way is either go to a different person, or it's either I could just kneel down and I start praying to God, because when you ask, you will get what it is that you're praying for. So I started learning more about it. I started knowing what are the do's, the don'ts, things that I should follow, things that I shouldn't follow. And most importantly, I learned that I should be safe with asking whatever that I want to ask, and believe that it will actually come into reality. So that's actually one of the first things that I did come up with. And I'm not gonna be too professional about it. Like I have points and all those things with whiteboards and stuff. I'll just be casual with it. So I want you guys to just be able to sit down and feel like you're sitting down next to me. I want you to feel like I'm literally sitting down next to you and I'm telling you all these things. Which now let us move over to the second one. One of the things that I had to learn along my journey in order to move like from the 1 figure, 2 figure, 3 figure, 6 figure, 7 figure mark, is to also meditate. So meditation actually helps me be able to cut out the noise. So what is it that I mean when I say cut out the noise? Obviously noise would be distractions, noise would be like negative energy, noise would be something that would just want to hold me back, some things that like don't want to see me move forward. So those would be the noise. And then like I started focusing on, I have to cut out the noise. And then by doing that, like obviously you have to meditate. So meditate, I'll just literally like I didn't do it well at the beginning, but you're not good at everything. You just have to learn along when you go. So I literally just I started watching a lot of videos on how to meditate properly, which are the good meditations, what to do. Even when I met up with my brother, I told him that I'm actually meditating and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I'm also doing that. Powerful, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we started speaking about some of the tips or the techniques that he does and stuff, and how I also do my meditations and stuff. So like it's literally just what it is. Like you just lock yourself in a quiet room, can like you have a guided meditation. So you just go on YouTube and search a guided meditation, you put earphones in, and then you just like let them guide you, like clear your mind, make sure everything's out of the picture. And then maybe you can also do what you call which brings me to the very third tip, which is affirmations and visualizations. So while meditation, while doing all those things, you can either meditate to clear your mind, or you can meditate to actually attract something. And that when you meditate to attract something, that's actually visualization. So visualization and affirmation, what it means is that you start off by like literally just affirmation. Let me just break down the affirmation side, and also we have a full section or lesson that teaches about these habits in the 3.0. So guys, make sure that you are checking it out. If you're not in the 3.0, obviously just go in the description box, check it out, and it'll be exciting to just see you grow massively, especially on the knowledge side of things. So yeah, affirmations is like literally having to tell yourself positive things, having to tell yourself the things that you already are, having to just believe that all those things that you say to yourself are what you say. So like, let's say for instance, you put a statement for yourself: I am a good trader, I am a consistent trader, and then you start saying that multiple times. You start saying that each and every time. Whenever you look at the markets, you look at the markets with the mindset of I am a good trader, I'm a consistent trader. I am, like, it normally starts with I am, and then you see what you say behind. So now most people, these things, they do happen. These are like the laws of, it's almost like the law of gravity, whereby it happens. Just that most people don't know, so they use these things in a negative way. Someone would say, I'm a lazy person, I am lazy, and or I'm bored of this, or I'm a very slow learner. Already you're telling yourself that you're slow, and you are gonna believe that you're a slow learner, and you're gonna follow the result. You're gonna get the results of a slow learner. But even if you're slow and you're like, I'm a fast learner, I am good to talk with, I'm a good listener, I am loving, I am caring, all those things, like, you are eventually gonna become. And that's just how it is. Also with visualization, so you literally cut out all the noise, and then you bring that picture that you'd like to see in your head. So like, let's say now if you'd like to visualize a beautiful Rolex for yourself, you saw this beautiful Rolex, the price, everything, it's like, let's say $500,000, and you can't even afford it and stuff, and you're not even making close to 100,000 a month, but then watch is like $500,000. You can start off by visualizing, meditating, cutting out the negatives and stuff, and then you just start bringing that goal into reality, meaning that you start seeing yourself going to the store, the salesperson coming to you, then you're like, I want the specific Rolex. They come, they're wearing their glasses, they present it to you, they tell you all the specifics about the Rolex, they explain to you the insurance covers, all those things, everything that happens on the Rolex. And then afterwards you visualize yourself, just if it's cash, taking out that bag, putting it there. If it's swipe that card, I don't know how the payment method is, and you visualize yourself going home with that watch, putting it on, and like getting there and just sitting there and seeing yourself. Even when you are like, speaking with people, you visualize yourself when you're talking with a specific person, when you look at your wrist, when you look at the time, it's a Rolex watch, all those things. You start seeing it, but not only see it. Visualization is a bit more deeper. You feel it too. When you start feeling it, and it's like when you see it already, like it has to become a reality. But when you start feeling it too, you actually making it manifest a bit more faster or a bit more quicker. So those are things that you need to learn, and that is like the third step, which is visualization and affirmations. So now moving over to the third step, which I've got here, so I don't continue moving up and down like this. It's actually consistency, or being able to do your things consistently, because at the end of the day, you can become this, you can do this, you can want to be whatever that you want to be, but if you're not consistent with that idea, so now there's different types of consistency. Yes, there's consistency of the action, there's consistency of what, but now I'm speaking strictly about consistency of your path, consistency of the vision, consistency of your why. If your why is I'm hungry, I need to make money so I feed my family, you need to be consistent with that. So even if you make 1 million, it shouldn't be the end of it. Your goal should be, we need, like, my why. You have to chase your why. You have to be consistent with actually what is attracting you, or you being able to attract success closer to you and becoming a 7-figure earner. Because the most important thing with 7-figure habits is that you have to become a specific person. For those habits, for you to be able to get to that level, you don't just go in the market and then you buy. After you buy multiple times, and then the three shoots up, and then boom, you're a 7-figure earner. No, we're not trying to do shortcuts. Yes, that's possible, but you won't be a 7-figure earner. You will be one that has made 7 figures. But now being a 7, it means that you are consistently, you are even keeping it. I'm speaking about a person that literally has over 7 figures that's put aside for in case of a rainy day, for in case of emergency. 7 figures put aside. I'm speaking about those types of things, not making $1 million and then boom, you're already thinking that you're already there. So yeah, those are that's jumping onto it. Be consistent with the why, with the idea, with the vision, with you believing on what you should be doing in order to move forward. So that's actually it, being consistent. So now moving over to the fifth point before moving to the sixth point, which is the sixth, and I love it. It's like it literally puts everything down. But the fifth one is actually personal development. So personal development is like literally just what it is. So personal development, you personally develop yourself. So I remember before recording this, they were asking me what type of personal development you mean. I was like, you know what,
you need, there's spiritual, there's mentally, there's emotionally, and what there's also health. Right? So personal development would be like, obviously with books you need to acquire knowledge. The one that learns, even till this day, a master is one that still learns what they need to do in order to become better. So you need to learn some of the knowledges that you haven't yet acquired. You need to go out there and get as many information as possible. Develop yourself personally, meaning that read books, watch YouTube videos, be in groups, like just engage with other people. It could be mentorship programs, it could be this, anything, as long as after going through that, the next day you're gonna be steps ahead. You are gone, you are the most honest person. Not just take this course and you're done. Like I won't say just take, that's not even my 3.0 course. It's not just teaching you about trading then done. It's a mentorship, meaning that there's like, personal development things. We teach about personal development, we hold your hand, we have one-on-one sessions, we have all these things, because we understand that it's a journey. You have to build yourself. There's a beautiful picture that I like, I've seen of this other one guy. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It actually was a viral picture, even maybe till this day. A guy that was like, hitting himself up with like building himself. He was like, his lower body was like fat and and this body that's not healthy, and his upper body was like, him in a nice shape, taking care and stuff. And he was showing that he's building himself. Nobody came and structured how his body is. He is the one that builds himself. That's how it is. If you want to see yourself in that beautiful body, obviously you have to eat the right food. You have to go to the gym and make sure that you are eating, you're lifting weight, you're doing all these necessary things that are needed in order of you to literally be able to get that body of yours. So those are things that you need to follow. You need to really follow these habits, because like if you do not get to follow them, then it's almost like you are like doing, you're not gonna be that person that attracts who you have to be in order to become a 7-figure earner. So you need to do these things. Like I can show you how to trade. I can give you a plan on how you should eat. I can give you routines of what time you should go to the gym, what weight you should lift, 1, 2, 3. But will I lift the weight for you? Will I go to the gym every day for you? Will I open those trades for you? Will I analyze the markets for you? Will I meditate for you? No, I'm not gonna do that for you. And if you do not do those things, obviously you won't. Like it's as clear that like it's you won't. If I can't eat for you. If you're hungry, if you don't eat, you're still gonna starve. I can't eat for you. I can tell you what you can eat. I can show you what I eat. I can buy you the best food. If you do not eat, you're not gonna be full. That's just how it is, man. So you have to consume, you have to eat that knowledge, you have to consume all those things that you need in order to move forward. So that's actually the fifth one, which is personal development. Now moving over to the last one, on which I actually respect the ones that stayed till this very end, because it shows how important you take this topic. But the very last one is action. Now, you need to put all those things into action. Like remember, I did mention now that if you do not eat, if you do not put action, what results are you expecting? Like I've seen people that like literally joined my course, even if not the 3.0 or the previous ones and stuff, and those people they'll join and then like 2-3 days down, Lesiba, I watched your videos and yes, thank you so much, like you taught me a lot, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but I don't know what to do now. Like I don't know, like I don't know. First of all, I give you a lot of plans, I give you a lot of things that you need to do in there. There's like literally everything is structured, and it's not like you don't know, you just feel like it's a lot of work for you to, because if you're done watching the course, then you need to do what? You need to now put those things that you've learned into practice. And putting those things that you've learned into practice is not a one-day thing, it's not a 2, it's not a 3, it takes long. Already just with like one model from the 3.0, putting all those things into practice needs to take you at least 2 weeks. Because you have to put it into practice and see if really those things are happening. And if it's not happening that way, then you can come back and say, hey, I noticed here you said this and this and this and this. I done this and this and this and this and this, but the results I'm getting are not that I want. They're like, oh, okay, let's see with what you done. You done this, you're supposed to do this. Oh, you done this, okay, perfect. This you done well. Continue doing this. You see, those are actionable steps that you need to follow. So, and not only that, there's a lot of things that you need to do. With like literally from the very first step till the very last steps, you have to put action into it. Even the last step, it's an action. You have to put action on the actionable steps. So it's much more deeper than that, guys. But not all of us are desired to be 7-figure earners. Not all of us are gonna be 7-figure earners. Like this video is gonna get over hundreds of thousands of views, but it's not over hundreds of thousands of people are gonna become seven-figure earners. That's one thing you should know for sure. Né? Not all of them are gonna become seven, but you, the one that like that believes that I'm talking to you. If you believe that like now the words that I'm saying I'm talking to you, then do you really believe that you can be a seven-figure earner? And yes, okay. Now let's say you believe all those things. Yeah, I can motivate you, I can inspire you. 1, 2, 3. Are you gonna take action? Are you gonna sit down and put all these things into action? Are you gonna give yourself 6 months to see change? Are you gonna follow up on your progress? Are you gonna reflect on your goals? Are you gonna put action? That's one thing that I want to leave you guys with, guys. It's actually Mothupi. It's Mothupi. Yeah, I'm glad that you did watch up until this very end. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.